你好，今日咧我哋喺里斯本，你睇下咧幾多電車，咁咧仲要係冇人㗎。啱啱落咗船咧，就同你哋上山落海，就去又見你個律師啦。今日咧仲要係New Year's Eve 喎，我都過嚟睇下呢度，但係個景係幾靚啦，真係。你有冇諗過咧？10年前咧呢度係咧冇人會嚟嘅咯，亦都冇人諗住過嚟呢度住嘅。依家咧係呢個非常之繁榮嘅大街啊嚇。Hello， 你哋大家好，我哋依家咧今日咧喺個律師行度，咁我哋今日咧就同卡洛先生咧見面嘅，咁佢咧我哋好高興咧可以今日 interview 佢，咁全部講英文啦嚇，咁我哋大家傾下偈啦 ，OK？
Lunch because I have a lunch with some clients, so 17, 18 and 19 I'll be free.
17, 18.
17 after maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, okay? 17, 18 and 19. I'll be back on 19 evening, so my flight is about 11, so I have all day of 19 free.
嗱，你哋聽到啦，卡洛先生咧，1月17、18、19號，佢哋可以咧接見你哋啲客人咧喺香港度見面嘅。咁如果你哋有空嘅話咧，你可以聯絡佢啦。咁我哋陣間會相洽點樣同你見面嘅。I believe there is a lot of questions people asking me, and but the first thing people very struggle with is the 350K one. And I heard many different information. There's a lot of flaws, I believe, because me and Pedro have been through the whole Bible of the law, and it's not very clear.
Yes, it's correct. We have several issues on the law not very clear.
Yeah.
So what I can tell you regarding this is about my experience tells me what we can and what we should do, because interpretation of the immigration office is sometimes not the same as we are reading the law. So we have to be careful, but it's possible. We have several cases for the 350 at this moment. I can tell you for the last 6 months we received maybe 30, 40 new clients, all from Hong Kong and all for the 350. We have successful case for the 350 already, but it's becoming more and more popular this year, 2019, becoming more popular.
Successful meaning
already accomplished get the resident card.
Oh wow!
Yes.
13 to 14 cases.
Yes.
即係已經卡洛先生有13個、14個嘅成功嘅例子咧，係攞到嗰個佢嘅residence card 嘅，就係用35萬呢個方法。Wow, that's really positive. But can I ask, what is the requirement for actual 350,000? Because obviously, it says it needs to be over 30 years old, or in
out of area
that needs rehab,
yes,
or needs refurb work.
Yes.
Right. But what level of refurb work are we talking about?
That's what I'm trying to tell my clients. First of all, it's very important. People asking me, can I make a painting and spend 1,000 euros on the painting? It's eligible for the golden visa? No. My opinion, definitely it's not eligible for the golden visa when you do something like this. The renovation of some property that you buy always have to join together two things important. One, you buy the property and you have to get a contract for refurbishing, okay? This is very important. Second, as you told before, you need to check if it's on auto area, this means for rehabilitation of the property, but it's important that when you start the renovation, you submit a form to the city hall. You're informing the city hall you're doing some renovation. The renovation, as I told you, you cannot just make a painting. You have to break walls, make new walls, wherever, make a new floor, because it not make sense, just make painting. Painting is not renovation. Painting is for conserving, change the color of the walls. It's something that you do internally, it's not necessary. The intention of this law is to recover the old buildings, the old houses, to make it in the good shape, better conditions. So, if you tell me how much, what's the minimum of investment to make the renovation of the house, there's no limit, but I can tell you, when you buy some property, if you spend 1,000 euros, it's not enough for doing renovation, just make a painting. If you make a new toilet, new floor, and just fix the wall or something, you spend 10,000, I can consider it's a renovation depending on the size of the house. I'm not saying that's the limit because the law there has no limits. There's no limit. There's no limit. The information of the law does not shows you. That's the things that are not clear on the law. People asking many times, how much can I have to spend for consider as a renovation? So what's what I'm telling you. If you have a contract for refurbishing of the property, saying, okay, make a new floor, fix the walls, make new ceilings, make a new toilet, whatever, and then does you have a budget of at minimum. I have clients already have succeed with a budget of 10,000 euros. He bought the property 340 plus 10,000 euros because you make a renovation. So he already accomplished and he got the resident card. As I'm telling you, important, have the contract, submit the application for the city hall, prove that you make the payment of the renovation. You have to keep all the receipts. Once you have all the requirements that the law demands, it's eligible for the golden visa. Painting, spending 1,000, I don't consider that's a renovation done. It's my personal opinion. The law is not clear about that, but we have to consider some ideas of how the immigration sees the documents, how they can consider if there's a contract for refurbishing or not.
So with the contract is obviously from the builder?
From the builder, from any other company that do the refurbishing for the property. One thing important is that when you do the contract for refurbishing, it's important to check the documents of the company, if they are legal, if they have license as well. So this is the things that we have to check carefully.
What kind of license? You mean like they are a registered company?
Registered company, license for doing refurbishing on the apartments, because some refurbishing, actually, I can tell you something. By law, all kind of renovation you do inside your property, you have to report to the city hall. Unless you do some painting.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
That's correct. If you do some painting, you don't need to report to city hall.
Yeah.
If you do some refurbishing, you have to report it, whatever you do.
Oh, seriously?
Yes. Most of the people, they don't do these procedures. They don't care. They just hire some workers, sometimes the cheapest one, because they don't work with the company, and they just do the refurbishing inside. So some people even ask me, they tell, the 350, what's the price for the golden visa? I said, I'm charging the same price for 350 or for 500. But actually, the 350, even it's a low or less investment, for me, my job is higher. Because I have to be more responsible and check more documents.
A lot more work.
A lot more work. And should be more expensive. But the people, they don't consider like this. They say, why I have to pay more for the golden 350?
Oh yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
But they don't check all the steps we have to go through.
Yeah.
And normally, they are not here. They leave all the responsibility to the lawyer they trust.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to be more responsible for the 350 than the 500. 500 is more easy. And at this moment, I can tell you, for me, making a 500 is like this. I can tell you all the documents in 1 minute, and it's very simple.
I'm going to ask about 500 in a minute, but this is
no
really
problem.
interesting. Yeah.
But the 350, you have to be more carefully, and you have to be responsible when you're accepting a client doing the 350. You have to. I give you an example. Last week I signed a contract. Actually, make the final deed, and we signed a contract for refurbishing the apartment. And the constructor, the company that's going to come here, I said, so I need this, and that. He said, no, we're not going to submit anything to the city hall. I said, yes, you are. Because I don't sign any contract if you don't, you can do it by yourself. No, it's yours. He said, no, because when you submit the application for the city hall, it's the owner. It's the client that have to submit. But normally, we request the company that's making the refurbishing to give them some responsibility, because I asked them, give me your license, give me the information of your company, and let's sign the contract. And they don't want to do it. I said, listen, if you're not going to do, and they told me it's a simple thing, you can make it just email. So if it's a simple thing, you can do it. It's your responsibility. I don't know what you're going to do. You give me a contract, it's your job. Mm-hmm. So that's why we have to be careful. That's why it's more job to do, more things to check, and more responsibility for the client.
So, for example, let's say I walk in a building and it's a condo, and probably that flat was, in a desperate need of
Sure.
refurbishment, and the builder already done the work, and I like the flat. Can I apply for 850,000 if I ask the builder to get a contract?
So I don't really follow what you
So
mean.
I might have to draw a drawing.
Okay.
But let's say this way.
Okay.
It's a building.
Sure. There's a flat you are interested in.
Yeah, let's say you've got
Okay.
6 flats in here.
Okay, sure.
And this is the old building.
Sure.
And I want to buy this one.
Correct.
The work has already been done.
No. If the work has already been done, it's not possible unless the person who did this work can give you 2 documents. One saying that this building is on Aru area, and give you the contracts, but like they will start the work after you buy the property. Do you understand? It's already been done, but if they can give you a work contract with different dates, because it's the client has to make the renovation. It's already renovated, not eligible for the loan.
What about in the middle of renovation?
Yes, it's possible.
Like, let's say it's like
Yes.
still a building.
Yes, it's possible. Because you still have the right to make a renovation contract. I have done this with some clients also. They are already in the middle.
Yeah.
What happened is the previous owner requests the city hall to do this thing, but then we sign a contract saying that you will do the renovation, and of course half was done, the other half you did it, as long as you accomplished the 350 together for the property, and the renovation is legible.
But what about if the building is still old, but your flat is new?
Yeah. So
That's
because
okay.
what you're buying is the flat. You're not buying the building, right?
Yeah.
So
But,
as long
but
as
people have been telling me the whole building needs to be
no.
the whole lot.
No.
Like let's
No.
say all 6 of them in
No.
with
Let me tell you something that was a misunderstanding for the people that make this law. My personal opinion. When they make this law, the focus, the goal was pushing the people to buy buildings. Okay, the renovation was supposed to be the whole building, not for the flats. Then someone, I'm not saying it was my case, I don't know which case, someone said, listen, the law does not mention if it's a building or a flat or whatever. Because of that, I would like to buy an apartment and refurbish an old apartment. It's legal for the golden visa because the law does not mention. The immigration said, yes, we can accept as long as you prove that the apartment is more than 30 years old, you make renovation, okay? But the main goal, when the people, it's my personal opinion, start planning the law, their mind was, the objective was push the people to make renovation all the old buildings around
to
the
make it look street look nice.
That's correct. But because they do not focus very well on the law and mention specific for that reason, the law say any kind of building. So the term of building in Portuguese is the legal word is not mention building itself, the whole building. Building can be apartment. So the immigration start accepting apartments. Now they cannot go back unless they change the law for that reason.
So somebody told me this. They researched somewhere saying also it depends on the area, like not just 30 years old.
Yeah.
It's somewhere like where the whole street is 10 years old, but this building is old. Then you can do that.
No, what the law says, the law says there's on the law says there's a big sentence that says 2 or 3 times or. Okay?
Yeah.
Or. So you have to be careful when you read that one. When you check the law, you say or this or this or this. It means that any of the possibilities are acceptable. Okay?
Not both.
No. Both it means more than 30 years old, okay? And refurbished. This has to be together. Okay?
It has to be refurbished, has to be
30 years
20
old.
years old.
But even if it's not 30 years old, and if you check the law says, but if on
In the
Aru area,
Aru area.
it's also legible.
And what is the Aru area?
You can check, there's a website on the City Hall website,
Oh, right,
you can
okay.
check the area for Aru. I can tell you 90% of Lisbon are considered Aru area. I'm talking
Other
about
cities.
Lisbon, okay?
Oh my God, really?
But you can also check other situations.
This is really confusing. Sorry. So, can I just walk into Setúbal? This is it's not all building. But
No,
this is in our
the city
area.
hall has the plan.
The city hall has all the. If you check on the website, there's some plans where you can check which are the auto area. Okay?
Right. Then let's
And
see.
even it's possible to go to the city hall and request a document attesting that building is inside the auto area.
Oh, so let's see if I walked in, I check the map, the area,
Yeah.
and I find a building I like, but it's 20 years old.
It's okay. It's eligible for golden visa.
As long as I do some work to it,
That's correct.
you're not joking.
No.
It's in our area.
But the whole of Portugal is in our area.
Yeah, as I
More
told
or
you,
less.
I told you, I can talk about Lisbon, where I'm more familiar with. I don't know about Setúbal. I have plans buying in Barreira at this moment. Setúbal becoming more popular. Okay,
Yes.
I'm familiar with Lisbon. For Setúbal, Barreira, or I go, or someone go to check on the city hall if that building or that property is inside the island. Okay, it's important to check.
I'm just really reiterating. So, really, you can, in our area, you can buy,
Something that is not 30 years old. Yes, can be 20 or 10, 15.
oh my God,
Yes.
and that need work,
Yes.
and in an apartment,
Correct.
I don't care the rest of the building. I only care about that apartment.
Yes, correct.
And I can just do some work, like you said, minimum 10k, something like that.
Yeah, there's no
More
minimum,
or
but
more.
more, that doesn't
Or
matter.
let's say I change the kitchen, change the.
Yes, correct.
Is there any requirement that I have to change? For example, like the water pipes. That's because as someone mentioned that
No.
the whole of the building of the water pipe needs to be changed, the
There's,
electric needs to be
there's
changed,
nothing on the law written regarding that.
and people are saying I'm stupid.
Listen, I'm challenging. I'm challenge people. When I heard some information like that, I'm challenging. Can you show me on the law?
They said
What?
no, because this law firm was really famous. I'm really not going to talk
No.
about the name. Says so, and they sell this building to them.
CC, right? Sorry.
Yeah,
CC.
sure.
Let me tell them. I'm challenging the people when they have this kind of information. I said, why? Why telling this? Where did you get
They
this?
say
Where?
we are not credible because I said no, this isn't correct. You should look at it, but they said no because
As I told you before, I told you my personal opinion.
Yeah.
To make a refurbishing, I don't consider 1,000 euros it's refurbished something. But this is my personal opinion. I cannot see this on the law. But I know how the immigration works and I know how they think. If I submit a contract, 1,000 euros, they would say, I don't believe you make refurbishing on this apartment. Nobody believes. It's something that is, it's a question of having good sense. 1,000 euros for refurbishing an apartment. What you did, painting, that's it. It's not refurbishing, so they can refuse. So people, when they have some ideas and they tell me, I challenge, where do you find this information?
from the lawyer company, law firm,
How the law firm got this information from where?
because they want to sell a property deal.
So they give information because they want to make money, giving information that are not based on the law.
But
This is not correct.
they are credible because they are a big law firm with 5,000 people working with them.
But
Well,
that
sorry,
information also is
5,000
not very credible for me. My
5,000
personal opinion, I'm sorry. My personal opinion.
It's very frustrating. I have
Listen.
people marking my credibility because it's company.
Sissy, if
Yeah.
I tell you that, I told you that I have more than 400 clients, but if I tell you I have 4,000, you will believe me, right? I'm a lawyer. Most
Yeah,
of the
I'm
people
just like,
believe.
Yeah.
I don't need to change my opinion about other law firms. I'm telling you, I have experience. I'm doing immigration for the last 20 years. In this area here, most of my clients are from many countries, most from China, Bangladesh, and I'm doing resident cards for the last 20 years, as I told you. I started Golden Visa at the same time as law firms. Actually, I can tell you something. Before the law comes out in 2011, I had some partners. I've been traveling to China for the last 20, 30 years, not for the Golden Visa, but for other purposes. My father had an import-export company, so I have some experience going to travel to Hong Kong and China. I went to Guangzhou Fair every April and October. And I know how the people from Asia think about. They come here, they trust more the agents or more the law firms than other people. They say, It's my agent. He knows. Even the agent is wrong. They don't care.
And
They follow.
they get conned by a big markup on the building that they.
Sometimes they got
Discuss
wrong
that.
information. Listen, I have some agents that I work in China that they start work with other law firms, and they always try to, when they have some questions for the clients, what they do, they send information for you. Okay, let's ask this lawyer, that lawyer, that lawyer, that lawyer. So you have five lawyers giving the answers. Okay, they say this law firm is bigger than others. They should be better. They know better than others. But I'm not afraid of that. I go to the immigration every day. I have clients every day in immigration. I have experience. I can give you answers that I know. When they ask someone, all law firms, they say, okay, we'll check and give you later give you answers. I can give you answers immediately. I'm doing this for the last 20 years. I know what I'm saying. I don't know all. There's some new questions that probably I have to check, I have to think, but something I can tell you. When you have some information that you need to give to some client, and if I don't know how to give you answer immediately, for sure I'll be fighting with immigration to get, they don't give you any reply. The immigration here, they don't give you any reply. They don't give you any satisfaction of, I have this concern, how does it work? They don't care. Most of the times you have to find by yourself. So what I'm telling you is, I have some experience. I know how they feel, they think. I know all the procedures. I give answers to my agents and to my clients immediately, of course, with some questions that probably we have to double check and consider. It's very difficult to get some information from the immigration in Portugal. They don't give anything at all. Nothing. It was a big fight at the beginning to extract something from them.
咁好興奮想同你大家講咧，啱啱同律師開完會之後咧，我決定翻嚟香港啦，因為我聽見個律師話咧，佢會喺佢香港過嚟幾日，咁我話趁巧，咁不如我哋開一個會啦，就請埋我啲粉絲一齊見下面問下問題啦。咁如果你有興趣嘅話咧，就 comment below， 你同我講一講啦。應該咧係大概會1月18、19呢2日啦。咁好開心會見到你哋咯嚇。咁如果你哋有空嘅話咧，你喺 comment below 話俾我聽你會嚟啦。再見。